Okay. Okay, great. So I hope I am live and you guys can watch me. Okay, perfect. Yes. Great. So I think you guys can hear me. I'll just wait for some time. I'll just see if you people can join. I'm expecting a lot of candidates in this time. So let's wait for some time. Let's see how many people can come and then we'll start the session. Just giving you guys an agenda. If you guys are already live, you guys are watching. We are going to learn about uh, the elements. We are going to see what are the elements and what are the different types of elements basically. So we are going to talk about that. In the earlier session, which I just took 1 hour ago, we were talking about tags. We are talking about different types of tags. And now in this session, we are talking about different types of elements. So you can see how it's structured. This particular curriculum is, or the course is, that I'm not even leaving any topic for you. Uh, every topic is covered here and everything is getting covered. So please call your friends, call your relatives, call your fellows, call your colleagues, sorry, call them and tell them that this particular session is going live and sir is already there, right? So let me introduce myself. You guys, if anybody is new here, if anybody is watching it for the first time for this session, then my name is Ritwik Raj and I'm a corporate trainer. I have been working as a research analyst, content strategist, subject matter expert, and I have also trained young graduates and corporate employees in research and Capgemini. I have 3+ years of teaching experience and I've trained more than 25K students till now. My main domain is into front-end and back-end languages, which I teach, which I have taught to other graduates, and uh, also I do teach database languages plus interview tips and tricks. I'll be soon taking tips and tricks session as well, uh, somewhere near to mid of October or mid of November. Somewhere in mid 1 or 2 classes I'll take, and we'll see how we can, what all things we can cover there. But I'm very sure that I'm going to cover a lot of things, which I'll discuss with you guys. So coming to the subscription part, so Unacademy Plus subscription, if you have taken it already, very good. If anybody who has not taken it, then you're missing out on something. Please go ahead and check out Unacademy Plus subscription. You can take it with my coupon. You will get 10% off, which is RIT10. So please do not forget to use my coupon, which is RIT10. Very small coupon, very easy to write it down. So you can put it and you can use it and get benefit of Unacademy Plus subscription. Okay. So talking about today's session is mostly about elements and discussing about difference between tags and elements, and also telling you that when do we call something as element and when do we call something as tags, right? What is the correct time? So I'll be discussing about that as well. But before that, I have some news for you. Some of you must all be already knowing about it, and some of you must not be knowing about it. So let me tell you about Relevel. Relevel by Unacademy is a product of Unacademy, which is what this particular product is doing is it is not looking into your um, degree or your college, from which college you are, or what all things you have done, or what all community you are in. No, not such things, because there are many people like you who is having a lot of things, have done a lot of internships, have a lot of things done in their career, but still they are struggling to get into the companies, and you are also the one. So you are being one of those 1,000 people who are struggling to get into one of these companies, maybe because of your degree, maybe because you have not done BTech, maybe because you are in tier 3 college, or you are in some low grade colleges. But don't worry, Right now, what will happen is Relevel is a product where India's first tech hiring platform by Unacademy, where it is helping job seekers find their dream jobs. How? Just by watching and analyzing their skills and talent. If you have the skill, if you have the talent, if you know the concept really well, and if you can pass the exam by scoring more than 700 marks, which is a free test, a completely free test, if you give that and if you pass it, then nobody can stop you. What will happen is we will create a profile for you once you clear the exam, and then we will put this profile to most of the companies. So what are the benefits which you will get from this particular Relevel? This product will give you over 50 plus companies, including Upgrad and most of the top startups and unicorns. And you can attempt this test for free. It's totally free. You have to just score more than 700 marks. If suppose you have not scored more than 700 marks, then what? Then basically, you after 30 days you can reattempt it. You can attempt it again, and you can give this particular test again. There are 1,000 plus job positions across different platforms, different domains, which is business development, front-end development, back-end development. And with Relevel, you are in a unique position to invite interest from companies instead of hunting or opportunities on your own, right? So how do you register? The link of this particular website is given in the description, in this video description. You can go ahead and click on it. Once you click on it, you have to register yourself. For registering, you have to select the test of your choice. It can be business development, it can be front-end development, it can be back-end development. Choose one of the tests, choose the slot on which day you want to give the test, on which time you want to give the test. Once you do that, you have to create a neat video resume of yours, and then we will submit it. And once you are submitting, your registration is successful, and you have to just wait for the day when the exam is there. You have to just sit for the exam and try to give your best. So it's simple, it's very easy. Go ahead, and if you have not registered yourself, go ahead and do that. If you are the one who has not having any knowledge, if you're in second year, you don't have any idea about these front end and back end, keep on watching all the playlist which is going on in this channel. We are providing free courses to all of you. Many faculties are there who are doing this, many trainers are there who are doing this. So keep on watching those tutorials, and you'll be able to get ready to register yourself in Relevel. Once you do that, you're good to go. So uh, again, please like this session if you're liking it. I hope you will like it, and at the end also you will you can do the liking, and also please subscribe the channel if you have not subscribed yet, so that you will get the notifications. Also call your friends, call relatives, call your fellows, call your classmates to watch this live session. It will be really great. Telegram channel link is also there in the description, video description. Click on that and join the Telegram channel so that you will get benefit of all our documents which we will share there for you guys. So let's begin with the topic, which is HTML elements, and let's see what we are going to discuss in this particular topic. I'll just wait for some more time. I know that there are some people who are having dinner, and I'm waiting for them so that they can join, because they were live in my previous stream. And let's wait for 1 to 2 minutes, and then we'll start HTML elements. We are going to talk about a lot here, because this is one of the topic which is really cool and really amazing. So let's see what is it. Okay, so I'll be using first the PPT, and we'll first complete the slides. We'll first complete all the slides, whatever I have designed. Mostly I have not written anything. I just want to show you some things, and then we will move to Sublime, and we'll do some codings and all. And you can do those codings with me as well simultaneously. So what are elements? Can I say, like till now I have discussed a lot about tags, elements, and attributes. And if you have not understood, again I'm saying that if there is an angular bracket, this is what is tags. And inside this particular tag, whatever name is there, like A, H1, H2, P, BR, these are nothing but your elements. Okay, and then what else? Attributes are href, target. Meanwhile, we have seen these two, so I'm just writing these two right now, right? So these are three of the things which we have discussed. And the most important thing to discuss right now in this session is elements. Correct? So when you talk about elements, there are a lot of elements. Correct? As many tags, as many elements. I hope you're getting this. A, H1, H2 till H6, P, HR, BR, then there are a lot of tags which we have seen, right? EM, how can I forget? Sub, sup, DFN, BIU, INS, a lot of tags we have seen, right? And these all are elements, right? These all are elements. Then what is to discuss here? What is that we want to discuss here? Let's talk about that. Now, listen to me very carefully what I'm going to speak here, because this is something which is really new for you and I want you guys to understand this. And this is something which nobody will tell you in any of the videos, in any of the college courses and syllabus, right? So please understand this. And yeah, so I'm ready. Yeah. What is it? Use the word container, and remember this word container every time whenever you're working with tags. What is container? See, a container sounds like, if you look into the dictionary in a normal general meaning, right? A container is something like a cylindrical box or a square box in which we keep something, right? And mostly these containers are closed. That's why it is called as containers, right? Containers that can be closed and it is having some values inside it. That is what is container. In HTML, most of the tags are container. How? Why am I telling this? Have a look. Do you remember HTML? Do you remember HTML tag? We are closing it at the last, right? And in between there are a lot of codes written here, correct? Can I say this HTML is a container? Yes, it is. It is a container. We have a container kind of a structure. We have a cylindrical box inside which we have written some codes and we have closed the container lid. We have closed it. So it's a container. Like similarly, we have a lot of containers. We have head. That is also a container. We have body. That is also a container. One second. Right? And we have a lot of different tags which acts as a container. Okay. There is something called as figure. And you know what? This figure does not do anything. This figure tag, this is a tag, right? But it does not do anything. What is it used for? To store or to hold all the images which you will use. So all the image tags or all the tags which will give you the audio, the video, all those things will be inside this tag. So figure is not doing anything. The audio, video and image tags are doing everything, but figure is acting as a container. The container inside which all the multimedia items are containing, right? That is what is container. Similarly, we have a container which is called as table. Okay, now what is this table? The name suggests that we may be using this tag to create a table. Now this table tag doesn't do anything. This table tag in particular doesn't do anything. The tags which we use inside this table tag, that does everything. So then why am I mentioning table tag here? Because that is the container. It is not doing anything. It is just keeping my table connected, contact, right? So that all the tags are in one container. Similarly, we have a lot of tags. We have form. What is this form? This form is also in container. Why? What is form? Registration form, login form. You must have seen in every web page there's a login form, registration form. What does happen there? We get a form kind of a structure where it is asked to fill the name, the age, the date of birth, all those things, right? That is what is a form. If we want to create such kind of form, all those tags we need to write inside it. Form tag is not doing anything. Inside this form tag, whatever tags we are using, that is doing the main thing. Then why am I writing form tag here? Similarly, it's just the container. It's just the container. Why are you living in a home? Because you have a closed area, you have a boundary for your private living space, right? So that is what is a container. That's a container where you're living. Same way these all tags work. Okay, do you remember that when we wrote the Facebook Wikipedia paragraph, right? We wrote that paragraph, right? And inside this, we used a lot of tags. We used bold, strong, EM, DFN, I, U. So P is also a container. Inside P, the container, we use different tags, correct? So this is also a container. That is why I told you this container word is really very important when you're learning HTML. Okay. Now let's talk about something else. Guys, if you've understood till here, please give me a thumbs up. I can see my live chat is totally empty. Not feeling nice about this. Please give me some hi, hello, something, just rubbish, something, put it down in the live chat. Let's be interactive, guys. Let's talk. You can ask me anything not related to HTML. You can ask me anything, whatever you want. Let's have some fun discussions as well. You can ask me anything that how is my experience working and what I have worked upon. All those things. You can ask me anything. You guys are freshers. Be free to ask anything. Put some messages in the live chat. I'm just waiting for it. Okay, great. Now, so we have understood the containers, right? Now let's understand two tags, okay? Just two tags we'll see. So one is this div, okay? And one is this paragraph. Now, most of you have seen how P works, right? P is a paragraph. If I write some paragraph here in the web page, just that paragraph will show me, right? That is how it happens. It just shows the paragraph. In div, what is div? Div is nothing but a division. It's a division. Now, what is this division? Let's understand this. Why am I telling you that let's understand this? Because many of the freshers who are learning HTML, they have too much of difficulty in this division. What is this division? How does this work? So let's say that I am having a web page. This is my web page, right? Let's say that I want to have a header here. Do you know the meaning of header? If no, I'll tell you. Header is something like the upper part of the web page. In every web page, you will see some header. If not, if you have not seen it, let me show you. Let me make it a much more easy for you. So let's say that I am opening Amazon. Oh my God, I have logged into Amazon. Yeah. Okay. So if you look here, this is the header. Can you see this? This black color part? This is the header. This is the subheader. Okay, this is subheader. So this particular thing is called as header. Now, why is it called as header? Because in the header you will get the logo, you will get the location, you will get the other things, orders and all. If e-commerce website, if it is different kind of landing page, then you will have your home, about us, contact, login, those all things, right? That is the header. What is the content? This is the content. Can you see this? This all middle part is the content. This whole middle part is the content. And also one more thing, if you scroll down, can you see the footer? This is the footer. This is called as a footer. Okay. Why it is called as a footer? Because it is down. Okay. So in footer, you get all the links wherever you can go in this Amazon. You can go to all of these links here, and there are more links here, right? You can go to all of these links here, and this is what is footer. In an e-commerce website, if you go to any particular web page, let's say that in Amazon, what I'm going to do, in all, I'm going to bestsellers, right? I'm now in my bestsellers web page, but if I scroll down, still I can see the footer, right? And still I can see the header. isn't it? Only the content got changed. Yes or no? Only the content got changed, correct? Now this is what is the fun fact, because header and footer are always constant, are always in a same place. Even if you go and open another web page on the same website, footer and header will be the same. So these two things will be same all over the web pages. I'm just writing here footer and I'm writing here header. Now, have you seen in some web pages, there will be in the side, right? There will be some sections here. There'll be like navigation links here. You can click on it and the same web page will open here. Have you ever seen W3 School? If you're a beginner, you must have opened w3school.com, right? If you open it, you can see that there are links present on the left hand side. This is what is called as aside. This is what is called as aside. Okay, aside means I have a web page and aside, in one side I want something else. Similarly, we can have aside in this particular part also. Okay, and here also something will be there. Now most probably these web pages look like this. So you will have a header, you will have a footer. In this aside, in this part, you will have the navigation links, and in this part all advertisements will come. If you are not familiar with such kind of web pages, let me show you. Let me make it easy for you. Can you see this? This is what is aside. This is aside. All the links are there, right? And I don't know, in Amazon I can't see the advertisements, but in W3 School it's very proper. Okay, I'm sorry. What is this? Where is W3 School? Yeah. Okay. So this is the one part, and advertisements come here. I don't know, this time it's not coming, my bad. But it does come somewhere in some sites, in some websites, it does come on the right hand side, advertisements come in, right? So that is one portion of the aside. One more thing, what is this middle part? This middle part is called as content. In a web page, we have this middle part where we write the content of the web page. But this content page is also divided into several parts. What is the several parts? There'll be sections. This is one section, section 1. Then you will have section 2. Then you'll have section 3. What are these sections? These sections are different sub parts of the content. If I talk about this, you can see bestsellers in bags, wallets, and luggage. This is section 1. Bestsellers in garden and outdoor. This is section 2. Bestsellers in sports, fitness, and outdoor. This is section 3. They have different sections so that they can divide the web page in different parts. And that's where we use a div to divide our page into different sections. Div will not do anything for you. Div is not actually doing anything for me. It is not dividing my web page, but it's just a container. If I'm writing header, suppose if I want to create the header, I'll create a div and all the header part I'll write here. I'll create another div. Where to write? I'll create another div just after this. I'll create another div, and inside this div, what I'll write the content of aside, and then I'll again create another div. Again, I will write the content of section 1. I'll write the content of section 1. So this div is not doing anything. This div is just to make me understand that I have divided my content into several portions. This is the header, this is the aside, this is the section. Imagine that you have not used div. Header is in part, and just after that you have aside. You will not be able to understand where is my aside starting, where is my section starting, right? This is what is the role of div. Cool? Any doubts, please ask right away. Ask it right away. I'm going to be silent for 1 minute. Okay, cool. So I hope you've understood this. If you have any doubts, then please let me know and I'll I will surely cover that up. Let's move to the next part. Let's move and understand a different thing. Now here you can see that I've understood div, right? That means different sections of my uh, page, right? And that is how I can divide. Now this takes me to another level of understanding, which is P. Does P also does the same thing? P also does the same thing. No, right? P doesn't do the same thing. P is just writing my paragraph. P is not a container. P is not specifying that, hey, you write this P and this is the container, there only the paragraph will come. No, it's not similar to div, right? That's where the difference come. That's where the difference come. What is the difference? The difference is nothing but the types of elements. Okay, so there are different types of elements. We have two types of elements. We have one which is block level and another one which is inline level. Okay, so what is block level? Block level is those kind of elements which creates a block for you, this kind of block for you. Okay, now this block whichever is created, right, this will not be just in one part of the web page. No, let's say that you have this web page. If you're writing any of the block level element, this block level element will take the whole width of the web page. Even if you have written only one letter A, it will take the whole width of the web page. This is why it is called as block level element. Who does this? Div does it. Div does this. Okay, these are some of the tags and elements which I have written here. Mostly tags I have written. Why I am saying tags? Because I've used here angular bracket, right, in all of them. That is why I'm saying tags. So these are the tags which I've written here, which are block level tags. Okay, so div also comes inside this, because whenever you use div, it takes the whole width of the web page. Let me show you something. So I'm going back to my Sublime, right? This is my Sublime. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new file. Let's create a new file, new file, or you can, what you can do directly, control N you can do. Control N will also create a new file. Now I'm going to save this file. I'm going to save it in desktop itself. I'm going to write here session3.html, right? Session3.html. Now what am I doing here? I'm going to show you how this particular div element looks like, right? So we have to write a code. Now, if anybody in my live session, if you are writing this code, tell me a shortcut via which a whole skeleton of the code can come here. If you have watched my earlier sessions, I have told you what shortcut you can use. So the shortcut is HTM. Once you write HTM, hit enter, and you are getting your skeleton directly. Now in this skeleton, I'm going to just write title. I'm going to write here types of elements. This is what is my title, and other things I'll keep it as it is. In the body, I'm going to give div. I'm going to close this div, and in this div, I am just going to write a very normal thing. My name is Ritwik Raj. Okay, let's save this. And now if I open it in my browser, can you see what is happening? This is, let me zoom it. You can see my name is Ritwik Raj is coming. I have not used any paragraph. I've just used div. So it's not doing anything. Div is not doing anything. Div never does anything. Okay, it is just a container. So if I right click and if I go to inspect, right, I'm just going to inspect. What is inspect? Inspect is something which shows you the development tools for you. Okay, so whatever code you have written, whole code will be written here, and you can find out that which code is running where and what is it doing. So if I click on this head, it's not showing me anything. If I click on this title, it's not showing me anything. Once I come inside body, can you see the orange color? Right? So that's my body. The orange color is my body. The div is my blue color. That's what it is showing. And can you see the blue color is coming all over my web page? The whole width is taking my web page, right? The whole width. And that is what is the meaning of block element. Okay, if you have not understood from here, let me do one thing. Let's go to my Sublime. What I'm going to do in this div, I'm going to just say here style background. I hope you have understood what is the style. And background color, what I'm going to give here is, let's say green, a green yellow, right? A green yellow color. So background color is green yellow. Let's go back to my, you can see which particular thing is becoming green yellow. How cool color is it, right? Green yellow. And you can see the div element is taking the whole width of my web page, right? The whole width of the web page. That is what is block element. What if I just write here a paragraph, a normal paragraph, and I'm going to write here the same sentence. My name is Ritwik Raj, right? And let's do one thing. Let's give here style background color. Let's give the same color, or let's give red. Let's give red. Remember that I'm using P and I'm not using div. Also, if I reload the page, you can see here what is happening. This div, this is the div. My name is Ritwik Raj, and paragraph is this, which is my name is Ritwik Raj here. You can see both of them is taking the full width. If I go to inspect, if I open my body is this yellow, the yellow color. Div is this particular thing which is blue color in now, and the paragraph is this one. Now have a look here. Can you see the div? The div is just taking that particular section, but paragraph is taking the space above the text and space below the text. That is what is the beauty of paragraph. Even in English language, when you write a paragraph, if you talk about an essay, right? When you have 4 to 5 paragraphs, when you go to the second paragraph, you leave a space there, correct? When you go to the third paragraph, you leave a space after the second paragraph. The same thing it does in HTML. You can see before the paragraph and after the paragraph, there's a space which is left there. Okay, that is what is the beauty of paragraph. So these small things are really very beneficial for you because you're just starting with HTML, and we don't want that once you're creating a web page, you have written paragraph and you're seeing that there's a space there. You'll be like, how can I remove that space? Why that space is coming? Correct? So you should have the knowledge why that space is coming, because paragraph always provides you a space before and after. Cool. Let's move to the PPT. So we have here a lot of block level elements. P is also there. Pre, we have seen this if you remember. I told you about table, the container, if you remember. I told you about the section, the container, if you remember. I told you about the header. I told you about H1 to H6. I told you about HR. I told you about aside. I told you about figure, footer, form, right? So these are all our block elements. These all are our containers, a very basic word which I have explained you earlier also. So these are all our containers. These, sir, can increase your voice. 1 second. Okay, can you tell me now if it is clear? Just tell me if it is clear, okay? Otherwise, I'll just shout and you can hear me. Right. So this is what is the container, and this is what are the block level elements. So we have aside, we have div, these all things. And do not worry about the tags which I have not taught you till now, which you can see here. The address, the article, the block quote, canvas, DD, DL, DT, field set, fig caption, li, main, nav, no script, ol, tfoot, ul, video. All of these tags you will be understanding in your next sessions. How you will learn this? Table, tfoot, these all you will learn in the table class, table session when I'll take. ul and ol li you will learn in the list session when we'll do one project also based on that. Address article, I think tomorrow itself will happen. Block quote and all, tomorrow itself I'm going to teach you. Field set, fig caption, you're going to understand it in forms. And dl, dt and dd also you're going to put it in the list session. So don't worry, I'm going to teach all of this, but right now whatever tags you know, that's enough. Later on in all the classes I will be covering all the tags, don't worry. We are going to cover at most 250 tags at most. Okay, so these are the block level elements. I hope you have understood. We are running out of time, so let's complete this. Next we have the inline element. Inline elements are not like block elements. What is the difference? So if you can see now, we already know about A, we already know about B, we already know about BR, we know about button, DFN, EM, IMG also I have told you, it is used for image. Here I don't think I have told you anything else. Stamp I have told you, sub I have told you, sub I have told you, right? Okay, so let's take an example of this span. What is this span? To understand the meaning of inline. Now, if block is giving me the whole width of the web page, so inline should give me only that particular section of the web page. So let me show you how does it appear. So suppose if I'm writing a paragraph here, right? I'm writing a paragraph. In the paragraph, what I'm going to write is my eyes are brown in color, or no, let's write blue in color. My eyes are blue in color. It's a paragraph. Remember, it's a paragraph. So which kind of element? It's a block line element, right? It's a block line element, block level element. So if I go to my web page, you can see the spaces, more spaces have come here, right? And my eyes are blue in color. This is a paragraph. See here. See, right? I've given one more BR, so that is the BR, that is the space. Understood? This is the block level. I have to now use an inline level. So I'm going to use here span. So in the blue word, I have used span tag. What I want to do here is I want to tell it to this particular blue word that, hey, if you are writing blue, let me put blue color for you. So this blue text should appear in blue color. Now, if I go to my, and if I reload, is this span taking the whole width? No, right? It's just taking the blue word and making it blue, making the word background as blue. Now this span is not taking the whole width of the web page, right? If I also go to inspect, if I open this particular paragraph, if I open this span, can you see the span is showing just that portion, just that blue portion. It is not showing me the whole width of the page, but paragraph is showing me that whole width of the page, correct? Span is not showing. This is what is inline. In the same line, right? This is what is in line. Similarly, we have a lot of tags. We have ABBR, we have acronym, we have BDO. Don't worry, all these tags we'll discuss. We have big, we have small. Let me show you big and small. See, big is here and small is somewhere here before span. Let me show you how does this appear. So my eyes, right? Eyes, I'm making it small. Eyes word, I'm making it small. And color I'm going to make it big. The tag name itself, you can understand what it will do, right? It will make it smaller and bigger, so you don't need an explanation here. If I reload the page, can you see eyes has become small and color has become bigger, correct? That is what it does, and it is only doing in that portion. It is not doing it in the whole width, no, right? That is what is inline. That is what is inline elements in the same line. So I hope you have understood this much. If you guys have understood the different types of elements, which is block and inline, give me a thumbs up and don't worry about these tags. All these tags will be covered. If you think that I'll not cover this, take a screenshot of this slide, these two slides, take a screenshot of this and tick yourself which one is done and which tags are not done. I will surely cover those tags someday in different sessions because I have designed the curriculum like this. Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you've understood block and inline element. Quickly, I want a thumbs up. I want that you guys have understood this. Okay, so what do we have? What have you understood? An inline element cannot contain an block level element. An inline element, that means a span, cannot contain a div. No, right? Inside a span, how can you write div? But inside div, you can write a span. Have you seen that inside P, I've used span here, right? Sorry, Shabir. I have learned what I heard today and knew few before, but I'll find about others myself. Very good. I like the spirit. Please, again, I'm showing these tags. Learn it by yourself. That's more beneficial for you because you will search a lot, right? When you learn by yourself, you research a lot and you will get to know a lot of things here. But others, don't worry. Shabir is doing by his own. If you guys also do by its own, then it's perfect. And otherwise, I will teach it, right? So, one second. So, this is very important. You can't write span. You can't write div inside span, but you can write span inside div. So an inline element cannot contain a block level element. A block level element always starts on a new line and takes up the full width available. An inline element does not start on a new line and it only takes up as much width as necessary. It does not take up the full width available. So this was it about the types of elements. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys understood this session. I can only get the reply from Shabir. Can anybody else give me a reply? Give me a thumbs up. That's enough. Just give me, just say good night. That is also enough. Just message something in the live chat so that I get to know that you guys are live online and you guys are learning something from me. Tomorrow there will be a very good session. Tomorrow we will learn a lot about HTML, new tags, abbreviations and quotations, citations, those tags, and the tags which I have left here, those also we will complete. So cool. And I also inform you that we have also started the JavaScript sessions from today, which is happening around 4 to 5. So from tomorrow also there will be a session 4 to 5 for JavaScript. So if you don't know JavaScript, join that. Thank you so much for this particular live session, and give a like to this particular session if you have already enjoyed it, and do subscribe to the channel. Bye bye. Good night. Take care.